linked to pervasive drug dealing in this violence-torn 800 block area, which is also known as the back Maryland Avenue section of Atlantic City. They call themselves the 800 block gang, but they don't confine their drug dealing and violence to one block or even one section of Atlantic City. Instead, they are a driving force behind a majority of the gang-related shootings and homicides plaguing the city, along with the rival Dirty Block gang, which is based in the Stanley Homes Village. The task force was able to foil an alleged plot by one gang member, Sean Pettis, to murder another man at a hotel outside Atlantic City, further evidence of these gang members' violent tendencies. Pettis is a reputed high-ranking member of the 800 block gang. The investigation also led to the arrest of Razak Shannon, who was charged with first-degree. Shannon is charged with fatally shooting Kristen Hargrove, age 21, in the head in the 800 block of North Virginia Avenue on July 8, 2012. Shannon faces a potential sentence of life in prison, including 30 years of parole ineligibility.
Gang warfare in the Back Maryland neighborhood, 2013. Going back to 2013, we find another major operation that targeted violent gang activity in Atlantic City, this time addressing a deadly turf war that had been raging on the city's north side. Operation Blockbuster, announced in May 2013, was an 8-month investigation aimed at taking down the 800 Block Gang, a group of drug dealers based around the 800 block of North Maryland Avenue. The 800 Block Gang had been terrorizing the Back Maryland area with open-air drug dealing and ruthless violence, using guns and intimidation to control their turf. Their main rivals, a gang known as Dirty Block from the nearby Stanley Homes Village housing projects, were engaged in a bloody feud with them. By late 2012, authorities estimated that most of the gang-related shootings and deletion in Atlantic City were linked to these two gangs, either 800 Block or Dirty Block. Residents in these neighborhoods lived in constant fear as the gangs settled scores with drive-by shootings and reprisals that often caught innocent bystanders in the crossfire. Clearly, something had to be done, and a newly formed task force of state, county, and local law enforcement set its sights on the 800 Block crew. On May 14, 2013, Attorney General Jeffrey Chiesa stood with a coalition of law enforcement leaders in Atlantic City to announce the results of Operation Blockbuster. It was a major takedown. 28 individuals were charged in connection with the 800 Block Gang's activities. Early that morning, about 75 officers and tactical teams had fanned out across the city in coordinated raids, successfully arresting 18 targets. 6 other suspects had been nabbed previously during the investigation, and the remaining 4 were being sought on warrants. The charges ranged from drug distribution and weapons offenses up to attempted deletion and deletion. Importantly, the operation prevented at least one imminent deletion. Investigators had learned that an 800 Block enforcer, Sean Pettis, was plotting to delete a man at an Atlantic County hotel to avenge a personal dispute. Undercover officers moved in and arrested Pettis in February 2013 as he allegedly took possession of a stolen .380 caliber handgun to carry out the hit. By foiling Pettis's plan, the task force undoubtedly saved the intended victim's life. Another major suspect taken down was Razak Shannon. He was charged with first-degree deletion for the earlier demise of Kristen Hargrove, a man who had been shot in the head on July 8, 2012, in Atlantic City. That case had gone unsolved for months amid the gang turmoil. Now, with Shannon's arrest, Hargrove's family had a path to justice.